Hey Lone Star Drift, my name is Evan Woss, and I drive this Texas Street Legal E46. I have a YouTube channel with a whole bunch of supercar driving, living in an RV, and drifty stuff. If you guys want to check that out, there will be a link below. But Aaron just wanted me to come on and talk about what a Texas Street Legal car should be. A lot of people think it's just a class for stock and underpowered cars with crappy swaps to be competitive in. And when it started a few years ago, that's what I thought. I had a KA24 swapped Corolla. That kind of misses the whole point of street legal entirely. The point of it is to get away from the overbuilt cars of Pro-Am, all the dog boxes and unreliable junkyard motor swaps that everyone happens to do. It's about finding a car like a 350Z or a Corvette or a Mustang that from the factory is a pretty decent drift car and they're really reliable. Just doing a few bolt-on suspension mods, maybe a bucket seat, and going out and doing 100 laps a day with your friends with air conditioning and a radio, and just being able to have a car you can enjoy when you're not drifting too. So after a year and a half of competing in what's basically just a slow, unreliable Pro-Am car, I finally got the point of reliable stock cars are fun. Keeping everything as basic as possible is going to lead to a lot more seat time, and that's how I wound up with this. So let me run you through it. This is a pretty factory 330Ci E46. I try to keep it as stock looking as possible on the outside since it's my daily driver and I don't like getting pulled over. It's all factory for the most part. Those are factory wheels. I have it lowered on ISC suspension coilovers. I have a SLR angle kit up front. I had to put little bump stops in it because I was rubbing frame rail, but I still have like 65 degrees of lock, which is more than enough. I have a 343 welded diff in it, and that's pretty much it. Everything else, drivetrain and suspension-wise, is stock. It's really quiet. I might put an exhaust on it in the future just so I can hear it, but for now, it's kind of nice to, just drive around and be able to hear the radio. I run 225 4018s on it, and even though the car's 3,500 pounds and only makes 220 horsepower, the tires last forever. In Texas, I'll get like 30 or 40 laps out of a pair. Here in New Orleans and other slower tracks that have a little bit better surface, I can get closer to 80 laps. Sometimes I'll do 2 days on a pair of tires. So the interior is the best part. We spent a bunch of time making the cage. My friend Jason Evers and I at Evers Fab built it up. Took a few weeks, but it fits super, super tight. All the interior panels fit back in. Everything works. The seats fold down. AC works, it blows cold. The radio works great. And the car's quiet enough that we can listen to the radio while we drive. The cage is the focus of the interior, but aside from that, I kept it simple. Just put in a bride bucket seat for me, left the heated passenger seat in there so my girlfriend's buns can be toasty in the cold. Just so I didn't have to deal with the factory e-brake braking all the time, I put in a dual caliper setup and an ASD hydro. Even the trunk area looks nice. Factory seats still fold down so I can put my bikes in there, plenty of room for groceries, and I even still have the factory BMW toolkit. There you have it. Keep it stock, keep it simple, it'll be super reliable. It actually works really well in tandem and I can chase down a bunch of my friends, but don't take my word for it. Here's a quick little edit. Don't forget to go check out my channel after you watch this and hit subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. Keep your car simple.